So we have Joseph Loduca here, who's worked with Sam Raimi for like 30 years. Do you ever get tired of working with those guys?
No, it's always fun. It's always fun. And it's kind of a revolving door. Sometimes it's Sam, most of the time it's Rob, sometimes it's Bruce. So it's, I get my fill of all of them, and then we move on. No, it's been great. It's after all this time to have these long-lasting, not only collaborations, these are my good friends, so that makes it special.
Well, cool. So you've worked with your friends for like 30 years, because you even work on the Ash vs. Evil Dead show, correct?
Yeah, I'm working on that now, and that's Bruce, of course, and Lucy Lawless, our friend, is in that, and Rob's producing, and Sam directed the pilot, so yeah.
And you did Hercules and Xena as well. You composed those?
Oh yes, all of the TV that has been spawned from that group of people, I've been fortunate to do. Yeah.
Do you ever
a lot of episodes of television, hundreds and hundreds.
So do you ever consult on the other music in the show? Because Ash vs. Evil Dead has an amazing soundtrack.
Well, no, I sometimes. I mean, you have to remember Bruce's character is horribly stuck in the 70s. And it's Detroit. So, we go to Iggy Pop, and we go to Alice Cooper, and we go to the MC5, and we go to Amboy Dukes. The one time I had a really cool involvement in the source music was last year. They could not get the rights to the Chambers Brothers' Time Has Come Today. And they said, Joe, can you do a cover of it? I said, okay, what do you want? Music? Keep music the same. Okay. There's only one person to sing this song, and you got to hire him. It was Bootsy Collins.
Oh, wow.
So we got to work with Bootsy on that down in Cincinnati. It was fun.
That is so cool. So who are your influences as a composer?
Well, coming into it, when I met Bruce, Sam, and Rob, I really didn't know much about film music. After doing the 3 Evil Deads, I tried to enroll in the USC film scoring program, and they wouldn't have me because they said, you're already working. You don't need to come here. So we figured it out, like they did. They were, renegade filmmakers. They did it on their own, and that's kind of what happened with me as well. So I was a jazz musician for many years. So my influences come from that world, from classical composing. And then once I got into film music, obviously the masters, Bernard Herrmann, John Williams, Jerry Goldsmith, all those guys, have done just tremendous art.
Well, cool. So you were a jazz musician. I actually went to the University of North Texas, which is most known for jazz.
And there was actually a film program even way back in the day too there.
Yeah, I went there for that. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. And how was that?
It was really great, and I always say I went to the same school as Peter Weller of RoboCop, guys. How can you not beat it?
Go. Yeah. North Texas, yeah. My guitar teacher ended up at North Texas in Arlington, at the Arlington campus. He was from San Antone. He was a great guy.
Well, cool. So you're a big jazz fan. Can you tell me maybe your favorite jazz musician? I know that's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question. I would say, I'd have to say Wayne Shorter. If I had to pick one guy that has influenced me the most. Yeah.
Well, cool. And I know you mentioned Iggy Pop, Alice Cooper. Are those guys some of your influences? Although you're not as stuck in the 70s as Ash, though.
Well, no, I'm not that stuck in the 70s, but it was an informative time for sure. Do you know Brother Wayne Kramer from the MC5 is going to be here tonight?
Oh, nice.
He's a dear friend. Yeah. So.
Well, cool. So can you tell us anything you've got boiling for Ash vs. Evil Dead? Because we host the Ash vs. Evil Dead after show at AfterBuzz TV. So is there any cool music tidbits you could give us for the show?
Well, we finished season 3, and I can't spoil it for you, but just when you think you've seen everything on this show, you have not. And it goes places where, I've gone to a couple playbacks with the Starz executives, and they're just shaking their heads at the end of, they're just going, I can't believe this.
He was in the butt.
Oh, you saw that episode? Okay. That was certainly one of the ones. Yeah. And so I did the hip hop tune. Also did the hip hop tune. The mortician is listening to hip hop. That was a fun thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a fun show, and thank you so much for spending time with us, Joseph. I can't wait to see your next project.
Well, thank you very much.
Cool.
Enjoy the show, Lacretia.
All right, thank you.
Bye.